cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. I'm your host, K Money, and in the building with me, my co-host, Freddie G, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. And you can find us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And if you're on YouTube, please don't forget to like and or subscribe. What's up, fellas? Welcome to another True Tuesday episode. Man, I've been thinking, I saw a story not too long ago where you had this 24-year-old teacher who had sexual relations with an 18-year-old male. This was a female teacher, 24-year female teacher who had sexual relations with the 18-year-old male student. And the student's mother is wanting to press charges on this teacher. And we actually hear these type of stories a little bit too often, but where teachers are having relations with these students, and I can recall, actually hearing more where it's more of a male teacher having relations with the female student, right. But as of lately, it's been just the opposite. Female teachers having relations with male students.
Yeah.
And in this situation or in this scenario, like I said, the young man student was 18 years old, which, in my opinion, he's legal.
He's legal, right?
But mom's wanting to press charges. Right. Which, do you guys feel that she has a legitimate right or beef to want to press charges in this type of situation?
I say no, because I think he's grown. At 18. So this is what society tells us. At 18 you're grown. So hey, once they grown, it's out your hands.
Well, my question actually would be, what would the teacher be charged with?
Not only, because think about,
is that still considered statutory rape?
No, but here's the
18.
Not
exactly.
at 18. So if you think about it, in college, you're grown. What the teacher cannot date is fraternizing. I mean, we remember that, fraternizing. This fraternization times 2. Boom. So you would, it's in essence, it's given that, say it is a girl or vice versa, and you really like them, and just say they fail and they sorry at what they do. If you really like somebody, you think you gonna give them a 0 and you gonna give them 100, or you gonna give them a 75, something passing when you know they really, really fail.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's fraternizing. You can't date a teacher-student
okay, I get that.
relationship. It shouldn't happen.
It's wrong regardless.
So it's wrong in college. I'm pretty sure, even though he's 18, it's wrong in high school too. Same thing. I think it's the same thing. It works the same way.
So here's what I would want to know. You're 18 years old. What I would want to know is how long it's been going on. Because have you been watching this student over the years? So is it no? Let's say you were doing this before they turned 18. You just got caught when they were 18.
Right.
So what if you were doing this? What if you were doing this when they were 17 and 16?
Right.
What if this has been going on for a couple of years?
But that would have to be proven.
Well, of course they'll get them and they'll be discussing all this.
But you question it.
But I would question it.
Yeah.
So if mom is pressing charges, then I think that there's a little smoke there to where they can investigate.
To find out if it occurred
before. I think that there will be a little smoke there to investigate. Now, if it occurred prior to them turning 18, and you just got caught at 18, now there's an issue because this was happening when you were when you were 16, 17, and so this is a sexual abuse or whatever.
Yeah.
With the well, it's not
Yeah.
minor.
It's not a
Yeah,
minor,
no.
right?
Now, minor.
What if it was happening at 16 and 17?
it was
Right.
It is a
found
minor.
out
At
at
that
18.
time.
I
You
get
just
what you're
found
saying.
out
You
at
just
18.
found out, yeah.
So if when we're asking if mom can press charges, if mom go to the station and say, I just discovered this was happening and they were 18, but I suspect it may have happened
A lot longer.
before.
Sooner. Yeah.
I think that may be enough because there's some smoke there to investigate.
Right. Now,
And during their investigation, they may uncover some stuff.
now that you said that, not K Money, I'm sorry. And K Money, I know this is your show. But I got to ask you, Freddie G, by you saying that, 16, 17, you finding out they're 18. I got to ask you this. So I know of a scenario in another state where there was a guy. There was two two middle school girls. One was in the 7th, one was in the 8th. The guy was a janitor. All right. He was messing with both of them, the 7th and the 8th grader, right? The janitor was 19. And he was messing with the 7th and the 8th grader. And it wasn't until the 7th grader found out that the 8th grader was getting more money. She told on him because of that, right? Because the 8th grader was getting more money. Not because, he raped him. They wasn't doing this for months because they went on for 4 months.
Okay.
And then once the 7th grade found out the 8th grade was getting more money, that's how it all came out. So my question is, these girls been doing this for all this time, and I know they're young. I get it. Why? He got prosecuted like he's asked. He should.
Right.
Why isn't the kids ever addressed? That is always my question, because you knew what you were doing. You
So
didn't
you're
use
saying they should be
internet,
held
it's everything
accountable?
out there. Huh?
The kids should be held accountable.
I think yeah.
In what type of way?
Because if you go
I mean,
4 months and don't say anything, and then you find out, this is how you find out because the 8th grader got more money, that means, to me, in my mind, you already knew what you was doing. You got mad because he was getting more money, not because he touched me, not because I was uncomfortable. You got mad because the 8th grader got more than you did. That's my question. Like, you're not mad because he was older.
So
You get what I'm saying?
So
I understand it
So
perfectly.
are you?
I just
are
feel like
you
both
saying?
people should be accountable.
Are you saying that the child should be charged with prostitution because you're selling yourself for money?
I ain't gonna say charge of prostitution, but some type of disciplinary action to let them understand, hey, you wrong. Because if you do nothing, they're gonna be like, well, shoot, I did that.
So
I
if it
can get
happened
away
more
with
than
it.
on more than one occasion,
Yeah.
you feel that they're wrong.
Now you know that they're. I get where you're coming from,
because young kids are
you
smart, man.
But
They're
you, but you know that there are situations where kids are manipulated,
Yeah, true.
and are bullied, or not bullied, or what's the word I'm looking for? They're scared,
Right,
But
that's
they're
true.
giving them hush money too,
Eggs at the same time, right?
and the kids already know
Right.
what they're doing is wrong.
They
But
do.
sometimes they may not be able to tell. So at the end of the day, that still probably fall on that young adult, because they're gonna look at him as you knew better. Where this
True that.
child, although we know our kids are smart these days, whereas this child was afraid of you and couldn't tell,
Right,
and you
right.
gave them hush money, or
That's what it's gonna look like.
That's what it's gonna
and
look like, yeah.
So
So
I don't
it-
think
it-
that you'll be holding the kid to be held accountable because of their
Counseled, or at least counseled.
the mental capacity,
Right.
And
I'm
so-
looking at these 13-year-olds now, man. These days, these girls know what the hell they
Yeah,
do.
they was cutting up when we were in school.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So I feel like they know what they're doing. So I think they should be at least counseled or so reprimanded in some kind of way.
I'm sure that
in-
they'll probably
in certain
get some
situations.
kind of
Counseling,
maybe
I can see. Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure
sure
they
they'll
get
get
counseling.
some kind
Yeah,
of
counseling,
counseling.
yeah,
Maybe
some type of
counseling.
counseling, yeah,
Yeah.
because if that's the case, it's like that old saying, stepdads, it's a bad job. It's like when a child, you come in the house and you a stepdad or a stepmom, and not just stepdad, stepmom, and the child figure out, oh, they can't whoop me. What they gonna do? They're gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah.
So that means if every time this person, I'm gonna get another 19-year-old and get some money from him. Oh, he raped me. Put them ponytails in their head because they're 13. They can do that. They can go short skirt and then back to a ponytail so they look innocent.
So,
and that is messed up because
So my question,
that's
I
not
got
their
a question.
personality.
Go
And
ahead,
then
Freddie G.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question. So you say mom wanted to press charges.
Yeah, well, I wanted to press charges.
Okay, so as a father, and that was your 18-year-old son with a, how old you say she was? 24?
The teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
24?
teacher, she was 24, 25.
Okay. So your 18-year-old son had sex with a 24, 25-year-old teacher. Mom want to press charges. What kind of conversation do you have with mom? And what kind of conversation do you have with son?
As a father.
As a father.
That's a good question.
That's a good one. That's a
'cause
good
as
one,
a
bro.
father, honestly speaking,
That's
I
high
think
five
I
all
need to
day.
talk
that's
to
my boy.
That's my boy.
I
I'm
need
be
to talk
honest
to
with
everybody at this point.
you. It's a
Okay,
double standard.
so not to your show came on, but
Nah, go ahead.
so Slash, I heard something.
Yeah.
I don't know if the audience caught it. So let me ask you, Slash, what conversation do you have with mom? Which is if that's your wife or if that's your
Right. Now,
what conversation you have with her?
My
and your
son's
son?
18, right?
He's 18.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say to her. I'm gonna say, okay,
Who is her, mom
My-
or the student?
the mom.
Okay, now keep in mind
It's
this
my son, right?
18-year-old son.
So I'm talking to my wife.
Okay, what do you
Okay,
say?
The first thing I'm gonna say is, hey, as a man, he's grown into a man at 18 years old. He may not be as responsible as we would like for him to be, but he got to learn sometime. And the fact that he's grown and this person, I don't want to use teacher. I just want to, but I need to use teacher though. Now, as far as her being 24, and him being 18,
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Congratulations.
because I've been 18 before,
Congratulations.
and I was trying to do stuff like that.
So you more or less
So-
be taking up for
For
your
him.
son.
That's
when
right.
talking
Yeah.
To the mom.
Because that's what he should be doing.
Exactly.
Now, okay, so would you have a conversation with the teacher
With the teacher,
as a father? What type of conversation would you have? With
I'm gonna have a hell of a conversation with her.
He gonna be trying to
I'm
tap
gonna
too.
try to go see what she looked like. Who is this chick, man? What she looked like,
Yeah.
and basically just have a conversation with her. So you like my son?
We kind of look like.
Tell you what,
Comedian 96. Same question. What talk would you have with your son?
Man.
With your son?
He took the words right out of my mouth. It's the same.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
What conversation would you have with your son's mom
Same
about the situation?
Same conversation. I tell her he's a growing boy. I have to. He's a growing boy.
Yeah.
So he's young. He's gonna have to learn.
So both of you, before I get to you, Freddie G, just to touch on this one
Put
question.
on a condom. Make sure you put on a condom. That's
Would
what
that
first thing I'm
conversation change if he was not 18?
such as younger.
Yeah, if he was 16 and the
16 and above, did you put on a condom? That 16,
So
I'll
we
be
still
harping
pretty much-
more on condoms. Even though I would harp on condoms at 18, but really at 16, and when you're still a minor,
Well-
I'm really gonna be harping on condoms. But yeah, it would be the same conversation. Because
Right.
I mean,
I feel the same way Comedian 96 feels. Because at 16, I tell you, yeah, man, protect yourself, because I know you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna
be
tell
with
you
yeah.
not to do it because you're not gonna not do it. 'cause
Yeah,
I said
exactly.
it.
But doing it with the teacher, you're not going to...
Well, the thing, now
okay.
that's the
That's
bad
different.
part.
That's different. That's different.
But that's the part
she's 16.
that makes it
He's
bad.
16.
That's why I say I'd have a conversation with the teacher, see what she looked like, and then I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out. Well, she knew it wasn't right more than he did. You know what I mean? Why did you push the issue on
Right.
him like that? Because I know he didn't come at you. You older than him.
You older than him.
She should have known better.
She should have known better. So even at the end of the day, it all still falls on her. I'm glad he did what he did as far as getting the, experience. That's wonderful. You're supposed to do that. But she was the teacher.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know?
I appreciate those answers, and we gonna come back to the same question a little bit later on, and I want to see how different these answers may sound later.
Okay.
Freddie G, how about yourself, man? What conversation would you have with your son's mom?
Okay, so with my son's mom, the first thing I would say is, I want you to think about that 24-year-old girl, and you pressing charges could ruin her life by her making a immature, dumb choice in sleeping with our 18-year-old son. So you can ruin that young girl's life. Now, she made a bad choice, but she was attracted to an 18-year-old
Who's legally grown?
Right. Now morally, she was wrong because she's his teacher.
Right.
So I don't think we should press charges against her. Now, with my son, what I would say to him is, hey, look, I get it. I understand. And then I'll probably make a joke, where were these teachers when I was around? But on a serious note, I would let him know, that's not going to last. And don't you fall for her. Don't you allow her to manipulate you because she's older than you and you're just a fling. Yeah. You need to understand that's all you are. Now you need to stop this while you guys are in school.
Okay.
Once you graduate, if she's still pursuing you, you're still interested, you can pursue her or whatever, but I wouldn't put no stock in the relationship because it's not going to last.
Yeah, at that age, they know it's probably be wide open. And
I have a question.
Go ahead.
He said he would not get the lady locked up, and I know this show is double standard. Flip it. What if it's the guy that went after your 16-year-old?
And that was my next question.
He's gonna. I'll answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
That was actually my next question when I said, remember your answers on this one. Because let's flip the script. And let's say it's your 18-year-old daughter who had relations with their 24-year-old, 25-year-old male teacher.
18 is fine. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead. We can start with you, Comedian 96. So what conversation would you have with your mother, with the daughter, your baby mama?
Because,
and what conversation would you have with your daughter?
Okay, so with my daughter, she's 18, all right? A guy, 24. I was dumb as hell at 24. They probably on the same level. I'm going to be honest with you.
So you wouldn't have a problem with it?
I would tell my daughter the same conversation he had. Don't get no feelings involved. I mean, I can't be with you 24/7, but that's not what it is. It's not a relationship. This is a tap and go. That's all it is. You having fun, have fun, and that's it. I would tell her that because I can't stop her. I can't be with her every 24 hours a day. She's 18. She's grown. So I wouldn't. I'll tell her it's wrong. The guys, one thing about a woman, she's going to do what she's going to do. Because the more I tell her to stay away, the more she's going to go. Right? So I'll tell her the real. I can't really approach the guy like that because he's not raping her. She's going willingly and she's 18.
What if she just turned 18? Not even a month in.
She's 18. There's nothing I can do legally. Even if I shot him or whatever the hell I did to him, she's 18. At the end of the day, I have no fight. I have no fight.
And you wouldn't have a problem with your daughter continuing going to school, knowing that she possibly...
I would transfer her.
Oh, okay.
I would transfer her. I would do that. But if she drives her ass, go over there and see him, there's nothing I can do. Like I say, I'm not with her 24 hours. I work. I do the podcast. I can't watch her. And she's 18. That's the big thing. She's 18. She's grown. There's nothing...
Okay.
I mean, I can tell her how much I despise it or discourage it. But at the same time, you don't want to push it away because all it's going to make her run to it.
Okay, so let's drop that age to 16 like we did on the
He's dead.
So that 2-year difference, just because she's under 18.
Yeah, she's a minor now at this point. It's a difference. She's a minor. It's just like I just said earlier with the 13 and y'all said now they shouldn't be held accountable, right?
Right.
All right, so it's the same thing. I'm not going to hold my 16-year-old accountable. I'm on my way. It's that simple. I'm coming to get him. I'm humming and coming at him like Escape.
/ what conversation would you have with your daughter and baby mama in this type of scenario? So but
on the other foot.
If it was a female.
I think the first thing I go in on is the fact that it's a teacher that this happened to, and that's where my anger would come from.
Right.
the fact that it's a teacher. You know, it could have been anybody else, but when you leave home and go to school, this the shit you doing. Sleeping with your teacher. This is somewhere I trust for you to go to learn
Get
something.
an education.
Yeah.
And you around here bullshit. You know what I mean? That's what that is. This is not what I expect of you. So yeah, I'm upset about that. You need to go to somewhere else.
Tough talk.
You need to be somewhere else. You know, now because you 18, I ain't mad because you're doing it. It's the fact that it's your teacher.
Yes.
And you need this last league year to get your ass up out of here.
So what if she say, Daddy, I was trying to get that A?
Yeah.
See, that'll piss me off.
You wrong for that.
Now, see, that'll piss me off.
Yeah. I bet you will.
You know, and now I don't know what I'd say then, you know. Yeah, I don't know what I'd say then. You
I
trying to
agree.
get that A.
That'll catch
What
me
A?
off guard.
What A you trying to
What
get?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's a couple of A's you can get. One of them A's you don't want.
You don't want.
So, you know, she had to watch what she's saying.
And convo with moms. You know, how would
You know, I don't know what I would say to them. I guess we would both probably be more in shock, you know, learning of that situation. Not saying that we didn't know that she might have been having sex or something, because we was teenagers, and I know
At one point, yeah.
16 that's a last minute thing. We was active before 16 years old as a kid, you know. So I wouldn't. Now, if she was 16, yeah, I'd be mad, you know. But the fact that she's 18, and the only thing I think I could tell her mom is that, well, she's grown,
Yeah.
you know, on that issue. But again, we'd probably be shocked about the
Exactly.
teacher
Both would be
part
upset.
at the
Teacher
same
part
time.
of it, yeah.
So we'd probably be telling each other some stuff, you know.
Freddie
So-
G, how about yourself? How would you feel if this was your daughter? And what type of conversation would you have with her as well as her mom?
Okay, so we're doing both ages, 18 and 16?
Yeah.
Okay, so 18-year-old daughter. I'm more in line with Slash when I would be angry that it's the teacher, that it's happening with the teacher. And I'm giving the benefit of the doubt that it only occurred when she was 18 and not before.
Right.
So I'm upset the fact that I send you to school to learn and you up in school fucking.
Yeah.
And so I'm
real
upset.
shit.
I'm
Yeah,
upset
he's not
with
lying.
that.
Yeah.
I'm upset with that. Now, in regards to the teacher, so the conversation I had with mom, I'm pretty sure me and mom would probably be on the same page.
Yeah.
Because we both mad
Angry
that it's the
as fuck.
teacher.
Same
You up in
thing.
this motherfucker fucking.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta have a conversation with the teacher. I got to, because
What was he thinking?
And
It's man to man.
yeah. It's gonna be simple. It's gonna be really, really one-sided conversation, because I'm not gonna ask you a stupid ass question of what you was thinking, why you do it. I know what you was thinking. And I know why you did it.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a one-sided conversation. It'll be simple and quick. Hey, I know she's of legal age, but morally it's fucked up because you're supposed to be a teacher, number
Right.
one. Number
Right.
two, man, if I ever hear you fucking with my daughter again, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. Whether you're a white boy or whatever, he's still a nigga.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, nigga, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
and this is at 18.
It is.
18.
It's 18, yeah.
Because I don't. You're in school. The school plays a part. The school plays a part because morally it's fucked up.
Right.
She's here to learn.
It's a professional.
Yeah. So
place.
that's the part that'll make me fuck him up.
Right.
Because you're here to learn.
You hit it
Right.
right. Yeah.
Taking advantage
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the
Now,
position.
now on the flip side, you 24 years old. She's in college.
Right.
Or not even in college. She's in college. But
yeah.
you're just a regular Joe Blow. You don't have no authority over her.
Yeah.
You're not teaching her. You don't have the no power over her.
Yeah.
And she just met a 24-year-old. I can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing
you
about
can't do
it.
nothing
It
about
is.
it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is what
It's
it
a
is.
teacher,
But the
yeah.
teacher,
Yeah,
the,
it's not a
the
teacher.
teacher
Yeah.
aspect makes it fucked up.
Yeah.
Now, let's flip it and say 16-year-old. 16 years old. Oh, me and mom should be pressing charges. No, we pressing charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pressing charges, and now I'm not gonna give. I'm I'm probably gonna have to be talked off the ledge by snapping and going the fuck off. But definitely pressing charges, and with it's just fucked up.
Yeah,
It's fucked up. You know. Now I know we were speaking. I'm sorry, I got a little long-winded. I know we were speaking about daughters. I just want to backtrack just a second with the young boy. If it was my 16-year-old son, and he was doing that, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have the talk with him, let him know I understand, and I would probably give him the same conversation I would give him the 18-year-old, and I still would probably tell mom, hey, it's fucked up. I don't think we should ruin her life. However, it's your call, mom.
Yeah.
It's your call.
Yeah.
It's your call. And so whatever mama say goes in that instance, because he is a minor.
right.
And it is a double standard.
Right.
I get it.
That's right.
I understand.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
no,
but
that's right.
Mom, I don't think we should ruin her life. You know.
Yeah, not if
You
you
know, 16 young, but mom, it's your call. It's your call, mom.
Well, I don't know if I could actually have a talk with my daughter. I would leave that up to her mom. You know, like you said, Freddie G, if we're on the same page, I would definitely let her have that conversation with the daughter. With the son, there will be some disappointment, but at the same time, you know, like I said, we all were 16 and 18, and I know where our heads were at that time.
Yeah.
You know, and we've all had that one teacher that if we had that opportunity, we wouldn't have passed.
I had more than one teacher.
I did. Yeah.
But I wouldn't praise the act. You know, I would have to let her know how wrong it is. And I think comedian like 96, like you were saying, you know, just stress the being safe and using, you know, the proper protection if you go do some stupid shit like this.
Stupid.
Right.
Cover yourself.
Yeah. But man, unfortunately, again, like I was saying, this type of stuff does go on in today's world, and it's not getting any easier or any better. But just be careful out there, youngins. Thanks. This concludes another True Tuesday episode, and be sure you tune in tomorrow for Women Wednesday with Freddie G. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all you YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. And to all my 52 Scott faithfuls, it may be new to you, but if you heard it here, then you know it's true.
Like it's coexistence, but